Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Virgo for the next 3 months. So this will cover the period of time between July, August, and September. If you're more of a business person, this will be quarter 3 or Q3 of 2022. With that said, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and get a shuffle in here. Now I am using the Gilded Tarot, the Rider-Waite Tarot, and the Higher Self Affirmation deck. If you'd like to purchase these decks, there are links to all of them in the description below. Now, it is still the case that less than 50% of the people who watch my content are not actually subscribed. And so if you do watch my content regularly, but you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right, let's see what we have here for you, Virgo. Make sure everything is in view. All right, and we'll get right into it here. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Let's go ahead and take 3 of these higher self cards. And all right, energy on the bottom, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles is definitely one of the Knight cards that everybody likes to see, because this can signify the arrival of something you've been long waiting for. The Knight of Pentacles says that through hard work, energy, and effort, you will be greatly rewarded. That's the idea of the Knight of Pentacles. This is a sign of hard work, but through hard work getting rewarded, right? And so obviously you can deduce when you get the Knight of Pentacles that this is something that takes quite a bit of time to come through, but when it comes through, it feels very good. And so some of you may be having a payoff or a results type of energy here over the next 3 months between July, August, and September here in this summer season. And that could feel very, very good for you. I definitely get a nice energy on the board for you Virgos here at this time, I will say. Definitely liking what I'm seeing so far, but let's just dive into this a little bit more here. So in the overall situation, you do have this 9 of Cups card. Nine of Cups is a card that indicates wish fulfillment. This is a very positive sign in a tarot reading. You can see that this person's throwing their cup in the air. They're celebrating. You can see the emotion on their face. They are kind of in this period of emotional contentment and kind of this bliss moment. When you get the 9 of Cups, it's this, that like period of time, I'm sure everybody has felt this, where you have had like a wish or a dream that has been realized. And it's that sort of like taking a step back, allowing yourself to enjoy the present moment, and kind of allowing yourself to feel the realization that you've achieved something great, or that you've achieved your wish, or whatever you've been striving for. That's the kind of energy of the 9 of Cups. And so it brings very happy energy. It brings a very positive energy into your life. It's interesting. We have these 2 9s here in diagonal formation. You are headed in a very good direction for yourself. You're headed in the direction of independence. You're headed in the direction of wishes, dreams, and situations like that coming true, especially Virgo, if you've been in a sort of positive mindset. Especially for those who have been consciously thinking positively and consciously removing negative thoughts and negative thinking patterns from your life. This could be a very, very good period of time for you over the next 3 months. Now, if you have not been doing that work, you can start doing that work now. You can start saying, okay, I'm going to remove the negative thinking from my life, knowing that negative thinking is a net negative versus positive thinking is a net positive. Now, in the month of July, you have the Sun, the 7 of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles here. So we have kind of repeating numbers showing up here with 2 7s, 2 9s showing up here, and 2 3s as well, interestingly enough. And so actually, just might as well close this thought out as well. The 11, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 2s as well. 2 3s, 2 2s, 2 9s, 2 7s. So isn't that interesting? And so signs, synchronicities, messages coming in from spirit that you are there, you are on the way, you are getting there at this time. I definitely like the way that July looks for you. The sun in any tarot reading is always a good sign, as well as the Nine of Cups. But the sun is a very powerful card in that it has a lot of gravity, because you can see the planets revolve around the sun. And so the sun really takes the positive aspects of cards around it and augments them. And it takes the negative aspects of cards around it and negates them. And so when you get that here for you, it's like, I think some of you are moving out of this period of, why isn't this happening? When is this going to happen? You know, hasn't it happened yet? You're moving out of that period and you're moving into trust at this time. You're moving into trust that as you work hard, as you put in energy, as you put in effort, you will see results. You will see rewards with the energy of the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. Now you have the Seven of Wands. There's certainly this situation where, you know, this is not coming easy. Very few things in life come for free, right? You know, especially when you get something like the Justice card, which is about like getting the outcome you deserve, right? Being rewarded for your efforts. And so it's like, for you with the Seven of Wands, there is something that here in July where you have had to stand your ground, or you will have to stand your ground here in July, especially, you know, if you're surrounded by people who just don't understand the path that you are on. You know, many times we have to kind of show up for ourselves and stick up for ourselves and say that, you know what, I'm on this path and you may not understand why I'm on this path, but, you know, there's a reason why I am, and I can see the outcome when you might not be able to, or something along those lines, right? Some of you are like in that sort of mode, setting boundaries so that you can create freedom to create something good in your life. You also have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles here is also a card of sort of like hard work. You have that is definitely a key theme in this reading so far, as I'm kind of picking up the energy of the cards. But the Seven of Pentacles says that there could be long-term investments that have been paying off, and the key here is that this is a long-term investment. This is not something that you started yesterday or even last week. This is something that you've been chipping away at. In fact, this person here planted the seed that grew into the tree a long time ago, and now not only has the tree grown, but it is ready to bear fruit, as you see the pentacles on the tree. And they are deciding, do I take the harvest now, or do I go in a new direction? And so for some of you, I really feel like saying, do not give up on your wish at this time, because you have this wish energy in the middle. I feel like it's almost here, because you have these double nines, and so diagonals in this spread represent directions that you are headed. You have this Seven of Pentacles indicating, like, you know, thinking about a direction, but then you also have the two nines with it as well, which is, nines in tarot can say that you're basically at the finish line. You just need to go one extra step and you've crossed the finish line. And so it's like, I feel like saying, like, you're basically almost there. You're definitely doing something good. Now, in the month of August, you have the Two of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups, and you have the Three of Pentacles here showing up for you. So with this Two of Swords, you know, Two of Swords can come forward when you're feeling like a little bit restricted in speech. You're kind of having a hard time getting the words out, or having a hard time communicating something to somebody. It may mean that you need to have a heart-to-heart, but you're feeling like you're feeling like it's hard for you to kind of come to the words, or come up with the way to sort of communicate something to someone. The Two of Swords can also just say that you are simply not able to see something right now. There may be something that you are missing. And, you know, this is typically around communication. Now, this is blindfold energy, again, not being able to see the road. But the thing about the Two of Swords is it's challenging you to find the solution in other ways, right? So maybe in this case, you're not finding the solution with your two eyes. You are finding the solution in another way. So maybe in a creative solution, to like in using your creativity to find the solution, in using your intuition to find the solution. Especially because swords is about intellect, it's about the mind, it's about all of those sorts of things. And really, if you're trying to find a solution outside of the realm of intellect, you're going into the realm of intuition, right? And so it's possible that some of you are doing that as well at this time. You have the, I've talked about the Nine of Cups here, which is about wish fulfillment and kind of just letting loose and kind of enjoying yourself and enjoying the moment that you have now, especially in this case, the moment that you've worked very hard for, I feel like saying. And then you have this other three here. The Three of Pentacles can talk about reward and recognition for doing a quality job or for doing good work. This person's throwing their pentacle in the air and they are kind of showing off their work. You can see that there's a mallet on their belt and an anvil in the background, indicating that they are a craftsman, or they're kind of an artisan, or whatever it is that they do, they kind of do it with an artist touch. And so some of you, I feel like, have a high value skill or a unique skill to bring to a workplace or to an organization or to yourself in some way. The Three of Pentacles can foretell some type of recognition at work. It can also talk about your colleagues. I will say, as we have 2 3s here, that could involve other people as well. And so there is maybe something about mediation that you're looking to have here with the Two of Swords, like maybe conflict dispute, like mediating a conflict or coming up with conflict resolution or something like that. Now, in the month of September, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Justice card. So, Nine of Pentacles, love to see it here. Nine of Pentacles is a major card of independence. You can actually see the similar symbolism here to the Seven of Pentacles. You can see the pentacles here growing on the tree, and then here the pentacles growing on the bush. The thing is, this person has, here's the way to describe it, it's sort of like passive income. This person has something that is providing them with fruit over time, that grows back over time, while also realizing that they kind of are able to do what they want as well. And so with the Nine of Pentacles, it's somebody who's financially fit, right? Somebody who has their investments in line, somebody who has their income in line, and after having set that firm foundation or that solid foundation for themselves, kind of enjoying the luxuries that they've worked so hard for. And so when you get the Nine of Pentacles, it's a very, 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 very good sign in that you working to create kind of financial fitness in your life, especially as you have the Knight of Pentacles here. You have this Three of Wands, which is taking something to the next level, growing something. If you're looking to create a project, this may come towards the end of the quarter, maybe sometime in September, like expanding something, maybe expanding on investments, obviously not financial advice, but consult your financial advisor, or like expanding something else out in your life. Maybe this is a side hustle or something like that. It could also just be like travel as well when you get the Three of Wands. Then you have the Justice card, which is this idea of, as I said before, the act of giving is, or I'm sorry, it's that's a different meaning, but maybe that is an important meaning. The idea that the act of giving is just as important as receiving. That's actually something I say with the Six of Pentacles. But maybe some of you are looking to give back to yourself, since I said that for whatever reason that came out when I was looking at the Justice card. With the Justice card, it's really that you are getting the outcome you deserve, is really what I meant to say. And through hard work, energy, and effort, you are getting this Nine of Pentacles energy. So let's go ahead and let's see what these affirmation cards are. Okay, so you have freedom. I let go of control and yield to the flow of life. On the other side of control is absolute freedom. So love that for you. Remember, I talked at the beginning of this reading about independence as it relates to this Nine of Pentacles. That's also another way of saying freedom. And so some of you are creating freedom for yourself. Peace, I choose to vibrate in my personal space. Find your peace. Love that. Maybe doing something around your house or your space that you live in. And then you have awareness. I choose my thoughts and where I send my energy. Energy follows awareness. Where your intention goes, energy flows, I think is the saying or the phrase that is coming into my mind. Where attention goes, energy flows. Where are you putting your awareness? Where are you putting your attention over the next 3 months? Because that's where the energy will flow for you, Virgo. Are you trapped in negative thinking, or are you adopting a more positive mindset, as I said as well at the start of this reading? Let's go and see what else we have here. You have the Tower. You have the Nine of Cups here again, which is an important card for you. You have the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Seven of Pentacles again, which is also an important card. The Page of Pentacles. And you have the Queen of Cups. So there is somebody else's energy here In fact, with the Queen of Pentacles, that could simply be you. Doesn't matter what gender you are. That could simply be you showing up here. And the Queen of Cups could be somebody else, like a trusted friend, ally, mentor, or just somebody else in your awareness or in your field or your sphere of influence. And it's like possible that some of you need to come up with a kind of resolution between you and this person. And I think that you are taking a balanced approach to solving this situation here between the two queens. I think one of them is you and the other one is somebody else. And I think that some of you are just kind of appropriately handling that situation. The Nine of Cups showing up, you actually have now 3 nines with the Nine of Cups twice and the Nine of Pentacles. You may want to take a look at that angel number or that numerology 999. There might be an important message for you there, but you know, there's wish fulfillment here showing up, especially around like August or towards the middle of this reading here, pretty heavily. And it's interesting. You can see that there's sort of similar pattern coming in here, where this person's sort of like putting the pentacle out, this person's sort of putting the pentacle out, and it's sort of like, I wonder if some of you are getting like a pay bump or something, or you're getting praise or recognition for something, and this could lead to additional offers. The Page of Pentacles can talk about how in life your prospects are generally looking good at this time. So I love to see that for you. It could just be good news generally as well. Some of you may be dusting off your resume and maybe putting in applications. That could certainly be the case. You have the Tower, but I actually feel like for you it's more about like a pay bump or something like that here. It could also be around like adding a skill to your repertoire that enables you to earn more as well, because the Page of Pentacles is less about job applications and more about like knowledge or academia or learning. You have the Tower and the Seven of Pentacles. Again, Seven of Pentacles, you're taking the long game here, okay? Like you're taking a long game or a long approach to something. And it's possible that with the Tower, it's like you come to this realization that you don't have to figure it all out now, but instead you are kind of slow and steady at this time, kind of wins the race type of energy. Yeah, with the Tower here and the Hierophant, I wanted to get a clarifier on the Tower. There could just be revelations and surprises here in your work situation. And I don't think that they are bad, because you have this paired with the Sun and you also have it paired with generally very good cards around it. So definitely like what I see here for you, Virgo. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.